Good evening, all. It's D5, December 5th. Big day in the energy. Tomorrow, we get ready for Mercury to go direct. Yay! Thank you, Mercury. Awesome that it is happening at 2:22 p.m. Mountain Time, which is cool. 222 is a sequence that I see a lot. I wanted to share this reading that I just did a little while ago. I actually was pulled 2 days ago. 2 days ago? 2 days ago. It was either early yesterday or Monday. To pull one card from every deck I own. I only own 11 decks currently. I'd love to increase that number. But there's my decks stacked up. And so I went through and I pulled one card from every deck. And look at this beautiful pyramid. And then I kind of let the cards sit in a stack on my nightstand until tonight. And I think there's a reason for that. Oh, there's always a reason. You know, I wasn't pulled to do it yet until today. Probably because it just wasn't, you know, whatever the cards wanted to tell me, it just wasn't ready yet. So, and I've started doing these crystal grids sometimes to the side of my card configuration, but I liked, and I kind of slid these in only because it wasn't fitting in the frame to take a picture. But it is a pyramid shape, and that's what I was shuffling the cards and instantly got a vision of a pyramid and knew that I had to make a pyramid shape. So I shuffled with my eyes closed, and then I just laid them out from top to bottom, each row from top to bottom. And so I've got some cool stones here. I've got some, this is a garnet that is like, it's really heavy and gorgeous, and a jet, and this, I'm hoping this shows up. So look at this, if it will focus, and it won't. Okay, anyway, we'll go out here. This is a rock I found in my yard, and I thought it was cool because there was like this almost fossilized like stamp out of it, like almost a perfect, I'm looking at nothing, almost a perfect circle. Almost, it's not quite, but something like stamped, you know, a chunk of rock out of this. And if you can see that, it totally has the yin yang symbol. Can you see that? I mean, that is, I was just, I picked it up only for the stamp because it kind of looked like, you know, for the circle that was missing, because it kind of reminded me of a fossil, and I thought my kids would enjoy that. But when I got it in the house, then I was like, oh my God, that looks just like the yin yang symbol. So I've been using it, you know, for guidance and for readings, and I thought that was cool. So anyway, I've got some other ones, some labradorite, some aventurine, some green calcite, just whatever I feel pulled. And there's my little dish and my wand. Swish and flick. Okay. Anyway, so I did this reading for the collective consciousness, and I realized by the end that it really was for specifically for the way showers, for the first waivers that I actually did 2 videos today. So this is, or I did a video yesterday and one today. So this is my 3rd in 2 days. I'm so proud of myself. But I wanted to, what I did is I did the reading and I just wrote it all down. And a lot of it is channeled, a lot of it was just intuitive, a lot of it, you know, it's all, everything's channeling, right? When we tap into our intuition, but a lot of it kind of felt like I had to, it was channeled, but at the same time it was like, okay, how do I put that into the best words? So there was some pausing, and so it wasn't like a complete total like channeling session, but that's okay. I have been starting to try to learn to channel, and that was super cool. I've connected with Metatron, and we tried once, and he ended up just kind of throwing his hands up. Not really, he was laughing at me, but so this is, I wanted to just go ahead and read what I wrote, and I'll try to just read it as I wrote it, because that's the best, you know, that's the most authentic way to do it, while you guys look at the beautiful cards. I'm not going to turn the camera around because it's late and I'm tired, and, you know, my hair's up and whatever. So anyway, and then I did have an overall theme, which I'm actually going to say at the end. Hopefully I remember. Because it came to me at the very end, and it just made me laugh. Well, actually, I can say it now. I don't know why I need to wait till the end. I'm afraid I'm going to forget if I wait till the end. So the overall theme of this reading was this is what came to me, and this was definitely channeled. It just kind of poured in. I'm like, oh, I wonder, so what? I wrote the whole thing, and I'm like, is there a theme? Let me see. What's the overall theme? If this is for first wavers, the way showers, the pioneers, those of us who are carving out this path for everybody else to follow, is there one? And it just came in, and this is the theme. I'm just going to read it how I wrote it. We're just here to push the swing, not build the whole playground from scratch. So, if that tells you anything. And I think it goes along with a lot of very much synchronicity. We're not here to do it for them, right? We're not here to do that for them. We're just here to help. We're just here to keep the momentum going. So we're just here to push the swing. And actually what came, and I don't know why I didn't write it down, because I kind of feel like maybe some people are turned off by the swearing, but I swear pretty regularly. So get used to it. Get over yourself. But anyway, what really came to me is we're just here to push the swing, not build the whole goddamn playground from scratch is really what came. But that's not what I wrote, but that's okay. So here we go. I'm going to go ahead and read this. And this is the reading, and I did start from at the very top with that beautiful, I can get up there, my phone's plugged in, but beautiful. And this I had to put on her. This I found in my yard. It's another wild one. It's another untamed one. Isn't it gorgeous? I'm pretty sure it's rose quartz. It's just so concentrated, it's almost amber. Like it is so, it's just concentrated in there. And so that's that one. So I'll try to like pan around. I don't even know if I can tell in my notes when I switched cards, but it doesn't really matter. So here we go. Physical transformation is prevalent, happening en masse to first wave now. Looking younger, feeling better, healing all ailments. Ascension symptoms should be subsiding. If not, it is more work for you to do. Longer faces, longer necks versus rounded. Pinker skin and eyes that sparkle with wisdom and magic. Skin fairly glowing with health and energy. Third eye wide open and connected. Christ consciousness integrated or close to it. We rise above the chaos more easily now, seeing the energy clearly, and others look to us for leadership. We calmly oblige. Our darkness embraced and alchemized. I think it was on this one. I'll just kind of move around. Isn't she gorgeous? Oh, look at her. Where was I? Our darkness embraced and alchemized. We step into who we truly are and our powers undeniable. We also embrace all the non-human DNA, the connection each of us has to other creatures residing on this planet, whether it is bird, reptile, or dolphin. We are more than just Homo sapien. We are a new definition of human, a galactic mix of so many races, and that is apparent now in our appearance and abilities. We perceive time as a spiral now, upwards toward the next evolution, and can manipulate it in our highest good with that knowing. The solar chakra is healed now, or close. Our energy fully absorbing the ego and utilizing it for soul growth now. There is no more hiding. We are too bright. The blue avians show themselves, revealing their part in our ascension, past, present, and future. They are love and compassion, nothing else. Y'all, they aren't going anywhere anytime soon. They connect with way showers, continuing to provide guidance, encouraging us to spend more time in nature. Many of us will move farther away from the city so we can commune with Gaia and hear her without distraction. This will be vital to our mission. Gaia is everything. Heart-to-heart connections, I lost my place. Heart-to-heart connections will replace social media. I love that. I love that. I'm going to say that again. Heart-to-heart connections will replace social media. Physical contact, non-sexual, a natural part of life now, again, rather than FaceTime. It is needed to fully ground in 5D. We will tell or retell the story of Jesus, his one-time message, and be heard. I'm not sure where, let me see. Oh, I'm trying to figure out where I went. Okay. It is needed to fully ground in 5D. We will tell the story of his one true message and be heard. Love. There is nothing else. Some way-showers will choose isolation for a time, becoming, some would say, less civilized, but in reality connecting to the essence of humanity and to Gaia on a much deeper level. These souls were born of Gaia, meant to rejoin her in this life and heal her. It is all a becoming, and every soul has his or her place, a piece of a cosmic puzzle. Okay. Male and female, masculine and feminine, are balanced now for many, and you will teach others to do this. Teach them that growth can only occur through this balance. Neither can rule unless and until they both do. I like that. I'm going to read that again. Neither, male or female, that's what we're talking about here. Neither can rule unless and until they both do. Inside and outside. Yes, this is a time of the rise of the divine feminine, and she shall fill the earth and humanity, but it is an ebb and flow on the path to perfect harmony of the yin and yang. The time of the goddess will remind us how to love, to feel compassion for others, and a feminine maternal instinct toward all creatures will renew, so that the next evolution can come into perfect balance. It will be so in approximately 13,000 years. This is the cycle, and the time of the teaching by the mother, and the descent of the overinflated father. Gentleness will prevail, and all will see its strength. Got it? There is strength in gentleness. And that is what the divine feminine is all about. There is strength in emotion. This is me I'm off the rails, y'all. There is strength in emotion. There is strength in compassion. There is strength in gentleness. All right, back to the notes. Sorry. Our collective imprisonment, here we go, this is this card. Our collective imprisonment is over, but we must choose to step out of our cells, out of the dark we've grown so accustomed to, and into the light. It will take adjustment. It will be raw, vulnerable, and new. Now, I know this may sound like a just waking up kind of thing, but this is for us stepping into our power, okay? First wavers, first responders, this is for us. So even though we felt like we've done this, it's kind of each step we have to do it again, right? We have to remember that we have to set that intention and take that initiative and take that step forward. So here we are. Okay. It will take adjustment. It will be raw, vulnerable, and new, but a better life awaits. Nay is here. It's just around the bend. Don't walk, run. Okay. And that just means, that doesn't mean rush. It just means that there is nothing holding you back now. Nothing keeping you from just full out sprinting in joy in the sunlight. Iconic megalithic sites on Earth will turn on. Pyramids, Stonehenge, these are places of healing, not pagan worship, not originally. They are much, much older than the oldest pagan god. Older than the idea of worship on this planet. Healing occurs with the symbiosis of Source, Spirit, and Gaia, and plugging into that triad as the truth, as the only reality there is for us. You don't have to choose one, for they only work together as a whole. Religion will fall away sooner than expected, as connection becomes the goal, not heaven. Children, there was more on this. Children, this one. Children will lead the way. We will very soon learn to listen to children as the wise sages they are, revering and respecting the knowledge they chose to retain when being incarnated here at this time. Their magic will be apparent. Humanity unites Gaia and Source. We are the missing piece. Okay, that's that yin and yang. I love that yin yang rock. Still geeking out about finding that in my yard. All right, look at that beautiful silver pine. Oh, love it. Trees will come alive, and we will no longer cut them down to build shelters. Now this could be far down, but this is what I'm seeing. Far down in the future, but this is what I'm seeing. They are literally sustaining life on this planet, making the air we breathe, and will teach us to build with other things, hemp primarily, and allow trees to grow to heights never before imagined. The air will purify and become stronger, the molecules intensifying, to create the air we need for 5D and beyond. It will change slightly molecularly. I should have written on the molecular level. Molecularly is hard to say. It will change slightly on the molecular level, adding elements that require naming, and scientists will find a new purpose. In other words, this things that are going to be part of the makeup of our air that we do not know, that we do not even realize exists yet. So, what do crystalline beings breathe? This question just came in after scientists will find a new purpose. What do crystalline beings breathe? And that's what we're becoming. We're moving from carbon to crystalline based in the the chemistry of it all. And what do crystalline beings breathe? And I got air 2.0. So I guess that's in our language, so we understand kind of what's going on. Air will be better. The trees are required for this, their awakening. They've been sleeping a long time, and we cannot stop them coming alive again. Not that we would want to. They are and will be more than plants. They live and breathe and think and love. Okay, and then this last card, Elven Touch. I love her. I'll put that. Look at her. I wish it would focus. There we go. Look at her. She just seems so wise and knowing and sure of everything. So humanity was sidetracked. Humanity was sidetracked, experimented on. I can't hold the thing at that angle. Okay. Humanity was sidetracked, experimented on from a higher frequency, in the negative, obviously, a higher negative frequency, and the natural evolutionary path altered, paused, diverted. Because of this interference, help has come. Wayshowers, we have come to help. Alien beings have come to help. Spiritual beings, higher vibe beings, have come to right the path of humanity's evolution. Ascension. It had to be manipulated to get back on track, sped up, pushed, and pulled. And if that doesn't resonate, right? That's exactly how I feel, what has been going on, at least, especially 2018. We are being pushed and pulled to save the world as we know it. Even those who have died chose to do so to help from the other side. It was needed. Their journey was noble, challenging, but necessary. It's all happened to save a planet, a galaxy, even a universe. But the true saviors are the humans themselves. They are the brave ones. They are the heroes, not some actor being paid to stand in front of a green screen in tights and a silly cape. They called out collectively for help, deep down where they are still connected to each other. And we heard, and we came. And we guided them, gave them hope, and watched as they saved themselves. So that's I apologize for I'm a writer, so it kind of comes out in, kind of sort of prose. It's like a really long poem. One of those crazy poems that doesn't rhyme. But that was that's my reading for the collective, which I didn't know. I never really know. I just, I get a message, hey, time to do a reading for the collective. And usually it's anybody, anyone with eyes to see and ears to hear. This time it did end up being, I feel, specifically for the first waivers, the Wayshowers, in this group, that we're starting now to, we're requiring less inner work or less intense inner work because we have acquired the tools and we're doing, we're releasing on the fly now, right? I mean, we've gotten really good at it. There she is, my assistant, Isis. Isis, hi, pretty girl. Hi, beautiful. That's my goddess. This is my familiar Isis. You are gorgeous, and you know it, don't you? Yeah, she's always here when I am doing any kind of energy work or readings, or I do self-healing, Reiki self-healing, and she's like sleeping between my legs. I mean, she is always here. And she has a sister, nearly identical sister, who just couldn't care less about it. So it's kind of funny. She's just not there yet. But Isis is my girl, aren't you? And you know your name. I love that. I love that you know your name. You're beautiful. All right, well, I will sign off. I hope you all enjoyed that and hope some of it resonated. This is Wendy, by the way, with Parenting Through Ascension. subscribe, like, share, just in case you have some way showers. I'll let you stare at my kitty while we're closing up. If you have some first waivers on your, in your friends list, please share. You never know who may need to hear even just one nugget of wisdom, that maybe snuck out of my mouth. But that was my reading for D5, December 5th. Big day. Big day today, big day tomorrow. I'm excited for Mercury to go direct. So I'm going to be watching the clock for 222. So I will see you all later. I love you. And have a great night.